There was a season in my life when I became very good at pretending. On the outside, everything looked fine. I smiled when people greeted me. I attended church services. I participated in conversations. I posted encouraging messages on social media. To everyone around me, I appeared strong and happy. But behind closed doors, I was fighting a battle that nobody knew about. Every night, when I was alone, the mask came off. I would sit in my room staring at the ceiling, wondering why I felt so empty. There were days when getting out of bed felt like carrying a heavy weight. Things that once brought me joy no longer excited me. I felt disconnected from life, from people, and sometimes even from myself. The worst part was that I couldn't explain what was happening. Nothing major had gone wrong. There was no single event I could point to and say, "This is why I feel this way." Yet deep inside, I felt trapped in darkness. As the weeks turned into months, I became an expert at hiding my pain. Whenever someone asked, "How are you?" I would smile and say, "I'm fine." But I wasn't fine. Many nights ended in tears. I would cry quietly so no one could hear me. I felt lonely even when surrounded by people. I felt exhausted even after resting. I felt hopeless, even though I still believed in God. One evening, after another difficult day, I sat alone in my room. The silence felt overwhelming. The sadness felt heavier than usual. For the first time, I stopped pretending before God. I looked up and whispered, "Holy Spirit, if you are really here, I need your help. I can't keep carrying this by myself." It wasn't a long prayer. It wasn't a powerful prayer. It was simply an honest prayer. I had reached the end of my strength. After praying, I turned on some worship music and sat quietly. As the songs played, something unexpected happened. A deep sense of peace began to fill my heart. My problems didn't disappear. My circumstances didn't suddenly change. But for the first time in a long while, I felt comfort. It was as if the Holy Spirit was reminding me that I wasn't alone. That night, I slept peacefully. The next morning, the struggle wasn't completely gone, but something inside me had shifted. For the first time, I had hope. Over the following weeks, the Holy Spirit began guiding me step by step. He prompted me to spend more time in prayer. He led me to certain Bible passages that seemed written specifically for my situation. He encouraged me to open up to trusted people instead of suffering in silence. He helped me recognize unhealthy thought patterns that had been feeding my sadness. Little by little, healing began. It wasn't instant. It wasn't dramatic. It was a journey. Some days were better than others. There were moments when I wanted to give up. But every time I felt weak, the Holy Spirit continued to comfort me and remind me that I was not fighting alone. Looking back now, I realized that the Holy Spirit didn't simply remove my pain overnight. Instead, He walked with me through it. He became my comforter when I felt broken, my teacher when I needed wisdom, my helper when I had no strength left. Today, I share this story because I know there are people who are smiling in public, while hurting in private, just like I was. My testimony is this: the Holy Spirit sees the tears nobody else sees. He understands the pain that words cannot explain, and even in the darkest moments, His presence can bring hope, healing, and peace. The depression that nobody knew about did not have the final word in my life. The Holy Spirit did.